everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. We've hit 600 subscribers and I can't believe it. It really means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed already, click the button down below. So this is my go-to flawless makeup look. It's suitable for day or night and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now let's get started. I started by prepping my eyelids using MAC's Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. For my crease, I used the Milani Earthy Elements Everyday Eyes palette. The color I used for my crease was the Contour shade. I'm sure I mentioned this before in my other tutorials. This palette actually doesn't have the colors listed. It just goes by base, contour, lid, and crease. So the color I used was the one that says Contour. Using the shade Sin from the Urban Decay palette, I used that color all over my eyelids and I applied it using my fingers. Using the color Royal from the Smashbox Masterclass palette, I applied it to the outer corners of my eyes. I just packed the color on using a fluffy brush and just sort of pressed in the color on the outer corners until I was happy with what the color looked like. This color Royal is more of like an eggplant color, so I thought it'd look really nice to give me that smoky look. I went over the outer corners of my eyes where I applied the shade Royal with the shade Zenith, which is an orbital shadow by Julep. It's kind of like a brown coppery color with a little bit of sparkle going through it. I just applied that on the outer corners just to give it that nice transition between my eyelid shade and the outer smokiness. Now onto the eyeliner. I used the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in the shade Black. And this is a really nice eyeliner because it gives you that matte finish. So once again, I started at the inner corner of my eye, starting very small with small strokes, and then continued to the outer corner of my eye until I was happy with the thickness. And then I also created a very little wing on the outer corners. And as you can see, the wing is a lot easier to draw on if you have a piece of tape or a post-it note or something on the outer corner. To prep my face, I used my all-time favorite primer, which is the POREfessional by Benefit. For foundation, I used MAC's Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC30, and I applied it all over my face using a brush. I felt like my eyes needed a little more concealer today, so I went along to use MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC35. I just applied this using my ring finger underneath both of my eyes. Now onto my contour and highlighting. I use the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in conjunction with Creamy Beige, which is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I like to mix the two of them because the Pro Concealer by LA Girl has a little bit of an orangey undertone, so it kind of color corrects at the same time. And then to contour, I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. Once I was done blending out my contour and highlight, I went ahead to set my face. I used the Ben Nye Banana Powder everywhere that I highlighted, followed by the Ben Nye Translucent Powder all over my face. If you set your face with these powders, I really find that it helps the product to actually stick to your skin, and I feel like the foundation and everywhere that you've highlighted and contoured doesn't really move around all day. Now I'm going to move on to add a little pop of color to my cheeks. I'm going to be using the Milani Powder Blush in the shade Coral Cove. To fill in my eyebrows, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. Once again, I have really thick eyebrows, so I just went ahead and filled in some of the gaps I have underneath my eyebrows and then went ahead and filled in some of the top arch. But I have really thick eyebrows, so I didn't really spend too much time on them. To set my eyebrows in place, I used L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. It's really amazing because when you put it onto your eyebrows, unlike other gels and eyebrow gels, it doesn't leave like a cakey sort of film on them. The hairs are still able to like move around and stuff, but it still keeps them in place. To highlight, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit, and the two shades I used were Sunburst and Bubbly. For my lips, I went ahead with a maroon / pinkish color. I'm going to be using the shade Kristen. It's from the Kylie birthday kit. And to outline my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX lip liner pencil in the shade Auburn. So that's the completed look. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon.